Hello. Time zones. Good time zones. I hope you're all doing wonderfully today. Okay. Oh dear, I hadn't really given this a full test run. We've got some new tracking and stuff. I am not sure how I feel about this. Not sure at all. I don't think there's any way I can fix the lip syncing here. It's definitely very different. Oh my goodness, I may turn it off altogether. It's only one shape. Hold on. Where even was this? Oh my goodness. Let's just try this without out. Where are they? Where are they? So many settings. This is what this stream is for though. This is like the rough test, I guess? Clearly it's here. You all will have to give me like 1 second to actually figure out where the heck this little setting is. Maybe it's in a different spot. Ah, found it. Okay, so we could try messing with this one. Maybe if I calibrate it? Please calibrate by clicking the button and speaking and holding for 1 second. Oh, but I can't really do that. Let's just turn it off. Maybe I could try the thing. I think this is what some people do where they try to lip sync it. Oh gosh, that's weird. I'm not used to it. Kind of works. Maybe I can just do vague gestures of speaking. Yeah. Perfect, okay, we'll be like actual puppeteering and stuff. Honestly, it looks better already. Okay. Anyway. Today we are, well, what I was going to show off this, which I think. All the physics just look so much better. See, we've got like actual physics. It looks so nice. Much bigger fan of it. And then the other thing we're doing is we're doing a bit of reacting because I thought I had a lot to talk about with it. The digital circus. Also, I wanted to watch the newest one on stream. I think I had mentioned that before when the last one came out, but that was like a few months ago. But we'll get to the new one. Also, I get to give you guys my nerd 3D modeling knowledge. This is a good excuse for that. I felt like I needed like an actual reason. Something substantial. So yeah. I don't think we'll get to them all tonight. I don't even remember how long all the current episodes are together. Probably more than 3 hours though. And that's assuming I only take up as much length as an actual episode. We'll have some fun with it. Oh, wrong one. Got us all nice and set up right here. Where is it? There it is. This is the best I could do. I have no idea how anyone else actually sets these up, but this should work. Oh, this is definitely like more than 3 hours of episodes. Okay, I'm glad I already expected this to be 2 streams. So we'll just get right to it. Which, by the way, I love that they're going with the old computer graphics. I will be pausing constantly also. I might pause less for like a first watch through once we get to the later ones. But I want to talk nerdy 3D animation. That's a fun effect. Take you right to the game. Kind of mirrors like the thing about the show. Also, wait. I also really like. Obviously, I think later they go a bit more complicated, but they're to really kind of give off the vibe. There's like no trees. Everything's a basic shape. Like. It's just a suggestion. Of a tree. Now I think actually. This might be slightly unrealistic for I think what they're trying to go for. Because I think you really couldn't do much more than basic shapes way back like what 30 years ago. It's supposed to be very 90s. But it's just like a vague shape and it clearly what is just like a picture of the sky in the back. Very much looks like the title screen of an old game maybe.
Welcome to the amazing...
Okay, now we pause because I have a lot to talk about with this guy. Firstly, not a fan of the blurring, but that's fine. We'll leave that as a one and done kind of thought. I wish you could see it more clearly. But also this cane here. Oh, he is like the most wonderful animated character I've ever seen. We will be stopping constantly when he's on the screen because... Yes. He's actually the reason that I wanted to do the little reaction. Because I just have so much to talk about with this guy. So first off, lovely little entrance if we go back a little. Look at him just like swirlin'. Hold on, we'll slow it down.
Come.
It's so clean, just like... He looks like he was very fun to animate. But also wants one now that he's actually talking here. Look, that right here, look, the lip sync they have to do.
Amazing digital circus! My name is Kane. I'm your ringmaster, and
Because they can't just close the mouth. It's kind of like what I'm doing right now, or just like a vague flapping of his lips. Like, oh, I totally forgot that that button was the mute. Oh my goodness. Hold on, I should change that hotkey because I need to click the period button. Which thing is this? Oh my goodness, OBS. There it is. Okay, I can switch that to like a slash. Okay, so what I was saying is like, what was it exactly? I kind of like how I'm kind of just flapping the lips kind of to pretend like I'm talking? He also has the extra thing. Where you can see when he closes a bit, right? That's like a closed mouth for him. But he has to be able to have his eyes visible. Very interesting little limitation they have to work around. But it does work, right? Because it's like, you don't have to perfectly lip sync. You see this a bunch in different animations. Like, it's too much work. So, you can get halfway and it still reads in your head like they're actually moving their lips, right? Like if you look closely at my own mouth, right? If I zoomed in. That's not really correct. Well, sometimes it is, but sometimes I can't put in that effort. So, this is like just as good. If I just like flat. Though mine's a little different from other VTubers, because usually they don't have to do this at all. But yes, the other thing that immediately I noticed with him. So a lot of the characters in this show are actually very simple, model-wise. Like, he does have details, right, with each individual tooth and a couple wrinkles here and there. You can kind of see them like modeled straight in. And they don't really bother too much with the textures as far as I can tell. Like obviously they do some work with texturing. But other than like maybe his eyes. It's a lot of just flat colors. And then shading on top. So I think that's very interesting because it works really well for like the cartoony styles. But I think when people are looking at like for 3D models, they're getting a little lost in the super high quality. Like the only texture is like there's maybe if the tooth and the mouth are all like the same model. And then on his collar, there's that little white line. Otherwise, it's just flat colors all the way. But he is such a joy to just watch him move around.
And I'm here to show you the most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping, mind-bending...
No, we're immediately stopping because it's just fantastic. Hold on. Oh, look at this stretch. See, they do for exaggerating. He does close. Oh, that is just a lovely. Such a lovely bounce. I really like the follow-through on his hat. You see how it doesn't stop with him? Like he's already stopped his motion and then the hat needs like a few more moments. It really just sells like a bounciness. It's so good. They animated it so well. But what I wanted to grab, I wanted to look at this second here. Oh gosh. Oh goodness. Oh, I've pressed my buttons wrong. I got a crazy freeze frame right here. What is this? I wish it wasn't so blurry. I would love to see how they have warped him here. Like it's just a 2-frame. Almost kind of thing. Here's what I wanted. Look at this. Jaw-dropping. And also you can see what the bounce scene is like nothing ever. Just full stops. Right? Everything takes a second to come to the rest. And it really sells how floaty he is. But this is such a lovely little picture of him. Oh my goodness, I do not want to be touching that search bar. Oh my goodness. Okay. But also, I wonder if I could get a good frame by frame of him trying to do the lip sync. Let me try to find a good moment for that. Here is good. So he's saying,
Here to show you the most jaw-dropping.
show you the most. Let's see if we can get that. That. Yeah, you can kinda see his teeth even warped to try and mirror a lip, right here. You can tell that this is like, oh. He's trying to give like an O. Show. But they also, even when it's like he kind of would be like an ass sound is kind of like a mouth closed kind of thing. S. But you can't close it. He's not allowed.
The most jaw-dropping, heart-stopping, mind-bending paraphernalia you've ever laid your eyes upon.
Oh wait, no, also what? Oh, the little twirl of his. Oh, this one you can kind of actually see. Look at that. Really twists himself there. See, this is why I would have loved like this where it's not blurred. Can really see every little way that they twist him and cordon toward him to try and like do these great and gestures. You can see like they don't need you to really have a clear view like. In-betweens are really not super important for cleanness. They need to just show, right? Like you can see how they just need to get the motion correct. They don't really care so much about perfect. Like you can see a couple spots where he's kind of like clipping into himself, but it doesn't matter because this is like half a second. Also, I love how his face is squishing here. Hello, hello, Peck. Just a lovely little squish. A little squish and a bounce.
Isn't that right?
Oh, and then we have this lovely little thing. Just whoop. Swoop it over. Again, the blurriness. I actually thought I would be a one and done thing. I will continue to complain about the blur. They just contort him in such lovely ways. I cannot think of a better way to describe that. Will back us up so that we are at the right spot.
Isn't that right, Bubble?
That's right, Kane. I can't wait to see what you've got cooking up for today.
Well, let's not waste any time.
Oh, and the bubbles is also kind of like that. Like it's just open clothes. I also didn't really notice the blinking on the bubble. So exaggerated. Oh my goodness.
Well, let's not waste any time. Let's get right into the show.
Now we get to talk about every character. Actually, we'll probably keep going until I see a good moment that I want to speak on. Ah, and now we get to a little bit of something. So we're already getting to, it's a glitchy game. Also, I want to point out this cool little thing here. I wish that I could say that I knew what this was before seeing some stuff about this show. Because I should. So this is a teacup, and this specific teacup is the very first 3D model ever created. Back when they had to do like fancy math to get anything on the screen. And they have one of these in every single episode, so we will be looking for them. I also want to put these in anything I do because it's such a cool little reference. And now we have our little pony. Ah, another fun thing. The game references continue. So, I guess this is technically a 90s thing? They kind of loosely the idea of an old 90s 3D game. Technically what they're referencing could count. So obviously this is like something getting caught in like the floor or the ceiling, and you see that every so often in like a funny game. Video. It even uses the sound for it. It's like referencing that Gary's Mod game. But that, technically. Like it technically counts because it's Half-Life, and Half-Life was like late 90s for the first one. But like this idea of like funny prop in a wall making this noise is very much from people making Gary's Mod videos. A bit more of like a 2010 kind of thing. But it still kinda counts as 90s.
Kane, is this one of your NPCs or is this a new sucker? Because if it's a new character, we're gonna have to...
Well, another character who's an animation I really like. That kinda counts for a lot of them, but still. I really like how it's basically like this sort of. How would I describe this? It's like he's got this yellow inside and then his skin just kind of wraps around it, I guess. The way he kind of lip syncs just makes it very appealing to look at. They have some very uniquely animated characters though.
We're gonna have to redo this whole theme song.
And also, this guy also has that thing. See how he isn't like allowed to close his mouth? See, it gets just about there. And then it opens again, right? It gets so close, but it never fully closes. But not like the Kane where they have to have his eyes visible. This one is clearly because his mouth would just disappear. It's an interesting little quirk for how the character is designed. It's probably a similar thing with his eyes where he will very rarely probably close his eyes.
I'm not doing that again.
My! It appears a new human has entered this realm!
How do I take this headset off?
Just keep grabbing at it. That works for all of us.
Lovely scratch. We're gonna just replay the scratch. Thanks. Little bounce head. Stretch. I love the bounciness when they really literally lean into it.
Keep grabbing at it. That works for all of us.
What's going on? I put on some weird headset and now
And again, actually. Once again, very simple characters. This one is like even more where everything is either straight up model on or a very flat color. Right, and the only actual texture things going on is it looks like her cheeks a little red. And the strike pattern. And of course eyes. Everyone's eyes have got something. Well, except for maybe Jack's from before. Or maybe we'll have to keep looking actually, but most of the eyes have a bit of texture or work that goes into not just a flat color.
I'm here. Who are you people? Why can't I take it off? Where am I?
Let's just try to calm down. Everything's gonna be...
And we have our third really interesting looking character. This. Hello, I will take a moment here. We'll pause and say hi. Hello souls, hello Wither. I'm getting very into talking all about the animation stuff going on here. I needed an excuse to dive very deep in some animation quirks and such. Today has been good. I hope you all have had a good day as well. Yes, I probably won't be quite as chatty, but we'll see. So the cool thing about this character, Ragatha, is specifically in her mouth. So you can see like they have just different shapes and they sometimes will warp it a little. It's a super unique thing. I've never seen anyone do this before. You can kind of see like the teeth will just kind of phase in and out. Any time that they might be like the what is that word? I don't remember it. It's fine. I think you can understand what I mean. So anytime her mouth is moving, they have to warp the shape and then also different parts are phasing in and out.
Everything's gonna be okay, new stuff. We've all been through this. You just...
I like. This is this right here. This is like the face of like, peering anxiety. Oh my goodness, this is just precious little bean.
Just need to get your head
What
to...
the is going on? What?
No, my dear. We can't have any of that foul language.
Oh, look at this. Look at that. Look at him. So I totally forgot. His mouth is having to do triple duty. So it's his teeth. And then it also has to be his lips. And it's his lower mouth. And so it's like 4 times the duties. Because it's also his eyebrows. See right here. First off. Yes. Like he's really exaggerating that mouth movement so that you can read it. And then here. His mouth on like his right, no left. There's a left side, it's curved so. So high up, acting like an raised eyebrow. They have to get like every facet of like a human expression out of a pair of teeth. And they warp it so much to make it work. It's very impressive. Oh my gosh, I do not need this search bar being a goof there. Please, I just want to press the right button. Okay. Yeah, and see he's really exaggerating the O here. And then again now his right eyebrow. Such a fascinating character to watch. And I just know if I wish there was a way I could look at the actual used model they have, I'm sure. Maybe I could find like a behind the scenes somewhere. There has to be so many little bones here in different controls. He is such a complicated rig. And I do not envy the people that have to set up that kind of thing. I get to vague fat mouth shapes and then just tie them to do like a checkmark box. And then it's just like, yes, the mouth open. It's much simpler. But this stuff has a way greater depth of motion when you set it up correctly, and I could never. I'm not that good at this.
Around here, the amazing digital circus is a place to be enjoyed by all ages. You, my friend, stumbled into
Oh, we're going to back up to that lovely little bounce again. Look at his adorable little face here. He's so innocent looking. And I think again we have the hat being a bit behind his actual like bounce. Yeah, see, it takes a second to reach a rest, and he's already stopped. I love little details like that. It makes everything so much better.
You, my friend, stumbled into an incredible world of wonders where anything can happen. Except for swearing.
I need one of those. I need something that does like this when my Texas speech does a random swear instead of amazing a real word. That would be fantastic.
Well, how do I, leave?
Well, don't freak out about it or anything, but, we don't exactly...
You can't.
What?
Shut up, Jax. But yeah, he's right.
And yet another, okay, we're gonna end up talking about every single character individually here and how they have quirks. Every little character, I actually think it's every character cannot be animated normally with it like mouth movements except for Pomi. Because here now we have Zooble, and Zooble has to express everything through their eyes. Right? So when they talk, oh my text box please. So see, like they just have to kind of gesture?
We don't exactly...
You can't.
What?
Shut up, Jax.
Right? Like they just tilt the head, like as though that kind of suggests mouth movement.
But yeah, he's right. Welcome to your new home. And your new body.
A new home? What do you mean?
Guys, don't be mean.
We've been stuck here for years. Old Kinger over there's supposedly been here the longest.
Oh, did someone say something about an
And then he is also like that. Though I think if I remember he doesn't even last to suggest he's actually like speaking as far as movements go. Like he doesn't even really like animate all that much.
about an insect collection?
That's why he's crazy.
Oh, okay, now I get it!
Poor Palmy.
This is a dream!
Denial.
I should just play along until I wake up, right?
Whatever you say, kid.
They broke my comedy mask.
So, Kane.
I feel like I might wait for this one because she's not really on the screen much. This is probably the most normal we get outside of Pomni for like mouth expression, face expression.
So, Kane, we having a new adventure today for the newbie or what?
I'd like to give our brand new member a tour of the circus grounds first. Off we go! Here we have the tent. This is where your living quarters are, as well as all sorts of other activities. These activities may include
And now we have old computer dial-up, of course. They are very much enjoying the very, very heavy-handed suggestion that things do not work here.
ball pits, mini golf, and more. And here we have the grounds. Drown yourself in the digital lake or engage.
Oh, but we actually have a break here, I think. We have an ad break coming up. Which mandated. Twitch mandated ad break. So we'll just be right back and everyone can get themselves a little stretch. Maybe some water. All right, and we're back. I hope you all had a good break. That caught up to me very quickly. I had not realized that I've spent like 45 minutes talking about 4 minutes. I thought we would be done with like 3 episodes tonight, and now I'm not so sure. That's okay, I will get through them all at my pace.
Agent Ridery at the Digital Carnival! Night, day, it's all okay. The choice is yours, a cosmic buffet!
Is that all there is?
Of course not! This is the void! We don't venture out into the void.
It's totally not an ominous thing. I don't know if they've actually come back to the void thing yet. We'll find out if they maybe did in 7. I am doing good. I'm blue looking because I just wear a lot of blue. Hope you're doing well as well.
Not even I know what's out there.
That's
We stay right here, where I can keep my hundreds of all-seeing eyes on you.
Ah yes, also of course another lovely exaggeration with the O sound. Something different with the Texas speech? I haven't changed anything. Do you mean like the sound? I hope I didn't miss somehow click some little button. The only difference really is I haven't been using the I had been doing before. The captions. My settings look about the same. Ah. So that is because I don't have that anymore. So I've swapped programs. And I can turn that back on. But what I've been doing is sort of like puppeting it. Instead of the little lip sync you can get off of some programs. Where was that button? How did I already lose that button? There it is. So every program I've used has had a generated lip sync. I really do not like the one in this one. I would much rather learn how to do it myself. I know one of the larger streamers, and Treyit does that a lot, where she'll like say the words and then lip sync it after. So I'm trying that. It's my first time though, so I'm a little messy. It's a bit of a unique quirk to the whole Texas speech stuff.
On you.
Hello, Kane. I love you.
Let's get out of here before the moon gets frisky.
Wait, what's that?
Whoa! Clean up on aisle U!
I'm on it, boss!
Why are you like this?
Wait! Was that an exit door I saw out there?
Thank you. I did just with the Switch get a lot nicer physics. I'm very happy with that. Actually, hold on, let me really show it. So. Obviously you can see floppy ears and such. But the big one is here. Yes, I've gotten the forearm thing for a little while. I think it's neat. I've been moving in a bit more of a non-human direction lately. Yes, it's so nice. The also best thing is that it has me. It doesn't need me to actually do any work for like bones, which is usually what you need for moving objects. So I get to skip making bones for skirts. It's very nice.
Is that a way to leave?
What exit? If there was a way to leave, I'm pretty sure we'd have all left by now.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Oh, we have another cool thing here. So they really exaggerate his face like here. So, I do remember I've seen a little bit behind the scenes stuff, so I know how they've done this, and it makes total sense. So, right here. They literally changed the head for this much more expression one. Specifically for when he has to stream. Scream.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
Because his mouth wouldn't really work for that.
I assure you, there is no magical exit door. You're probably just experiencing digital hallucinations from your mind's transition to the digital plane.
I swear I saw it.
Digital hallucinations!
Also, they're really good in this show about little motions. That tell you a lot. Right? Like. He's like, oh no, definitely no doors.
The digital plane.
I swear I saw it.
Digital hallucinations!
And then immediately. Happing his fingers trying to think of a distraction. Interaction.
How about we talk about something else? Like your name!
My name? My name is, oh God! Why can't I remember my name?
Nobody can remember their name once they enter the digital circus. One of the few things I don't have control over are your minds. So all I can help you with is coming up with a new one.
What's my name?
Don't you worry your little head. Your new name can be anything. Hereby acknowledging that your chosen name and/or names may not breach the digital circus user license agreement, stating that your name may not include objectionable content. Objectionable content includes but is not limited to sexually explicit materials, obscene, defamatory.
Oh goodness, it's fast. This one, like they don't even have enough time to really even barely suggest anything at all. This is just pure like random lip flapping.
Anything. Hereby acknowledging that your chosen name and/or names may not breach the digital circus user license agreement, stating that your name may not include objectionable content. Objectionable content includes but is not limited to sexually explicit materials, obscene, defamatory, libelous, slanderous, violent, and/or unlawful content or profanity. What are you thinking?
I don't care, just pick anything.
Let's see. What do you think of...
I don't...
You're right, terrible.
Can I even pronounce that? Hold on, what is it like if I try to say that name? Hold on. Let's back up a second so that I can get the right letters. Okay. This is either going to be very messed up sounding or it's just going to be each individual letter. XDDCC. I knew it, it's the boring answer. That's so lame. I wanted to hear it try.
I don't...
You're right, terrible. Let's try that again. What do you think of Pomni?
Sure. I
At
think
least
this is-
so far I've gotten all the characters' names working.
New adventure for our new member, Pomni.
I said that like 5 minutes ago.
You! Do you like adventure? Activity? Wonder? Danger? Horror? Pain? Suffering? Pain? Death? Disease? Death? Angel food cake? Ow! You parasite!
Oh, that is lovely. Once again. Oh, yes. Pomni has been working. It is actually so normal. It's kind of odd. I don't think that's an actual thing anyone says. But real quick here we've got some lovely exaggeration from our good friend Kane. And again, because obviously he can't really do everything at once. Just more suggestions of lip flapping. Just up and down like he is actually speaking.
Here, we're gonna make it a simple in-house adventure to warm you up to how things work around here.
What? No, God. I don't want an in-house adventure.
Don't worry, Zooble. I'll make it something unobtrusive that you can still choose to not get involved with. Today's adventure is... Gather the gloinks! That's right! The entire circus tent will be infested with gloinks! And you gotta catch them all!
But what are they?
I'm glad you asked, Bubble. They're small...
And what do they do?
They...
And how do they...
Gloinks are small, mischievous critters that steal anything and everything they run into. Why do these humanoid hash browns do this? How do
I've only been reacting to this for like an hour and a half when we're finally at like the third of the way.
you stop them? That's for you to find out. Now, good luck and have fun!
These are such little goovers. Just look at it, just not even care.
You to find out.
It does not care about the physics of anything. This is what they're doing here, is to advance for this game.
Now, good luck and have fun, my little superstars!
Oh, he did another. He's doing a few things here. See, it's that I've paused every few seconds to talk for like 5 minutes. I have too much 3D modeler knowledge I want to talk about. I just want to express how much this funny little guy, he brings me joy. Well, if I wasn't a nerd, you wouldn't have this model though, would you? You wouldn't be able to look at this stream. We're only here because I'm a nerd.
My
Okay, let me see if I can't get to that twirl he did. Am I going forward? No, wait, where are we going here? Oh my gosh, I have learned a new thing. Oh my goodness, I could have held the button the whole time. Okay, well now we can do this. Okay, so they're not contorting him very much here. He's just doing a little spin. I like the other time.
What did any of that mean?
Oh, that's just one of Kane's little adventures. They're just something fun to do to.
Was I clicking it? Yes. I only knew you could click the button to go forward and backwards a few frames at a time. I had never even thought to hold it. I'm good finger skill? Well, I have maybe played a clicker game or two in my life.
You know, prevent us from going insane.
Speak for yourself. If anyone needs me, then off.
Oh God! Oh Jesus!
Also, I like that earlier he was like, oh, I'll make it super unintrusive so that they didn't have to participate here. Instantly forced to participate. Yes, it was clicker games. I played Cookie Clicker like twice. I never made it very far. I pick up a few grandmas and then get bored. Maybe it would have also been like Mario Party or something. I played a lot of Mario parties.
Oh no, they killed Zubul. Anyway, you guys want to go get something to eat?
Oh wait, we should go check on Kaufmo. I'm pretty sure he'd like to meet Pomni.
Impenetrable fortress!
You want to come with us to check on Kaufmo?
No, not really. I think Kaufmo's gone insane. Last time I spoke with him, he was rambling and...
Yeah, see, I knew it. I knew he didn't do what I was thinking, like with Zubul. He makes a gesture for a basic thing and it doesn't really move after that. Right, like he just holds a position and then doesn't really do anything. Or he's making basic motions. Also, I'm very excited for when we get to episode 7, because all I really know is it's the beach episode. I so badly need to know what Kinder's bathing suit looks like. I'm so curious.
Rambling endlessly about some exit. Kinda like you, Pomni. You might be going insane too.
But wait, wouldn't that more likely mean the exit does exist?
Could also mean you just have a jump start and losing your mind.
What about Zubo?
Well, I think I'd like to ask him about it, if this was real, which it isn't, because it's a dream.
She still thinks this is a dream.
Still in denial.
Why are you looking at me like that?
I'm fine with doing whatever, as long as I get to see funny things happen to people. Okay, I've already had enough of these things. You, me, and Pomni will go check on Kaufmo, which leaves Crybaby and Hoo-Ha together to go handle the Zubul situation.
Do you think pairing them up together is a good idea?
Of course I do. They're the two most mentally stable and...
Why he looking at us? Oh, he's such a fourth wall breaker little guy, isn't he? He kinda wears how he acts on his sleeve, it doesn't he? He makes me think like he's really trying to be like Bugs Bunny. That's really what I get from him. Which I'm going to go ahead and say. Kind of a facade there. Where is it? Here we are. Yeah, looking straight at a camera.
Like that.
I'm fine with doing whatever, as long as I get to see funny things happen to people.
Little fourth wall breaker here.
Okay, I've already had enough of these things. You, me, and Pomni will go check on Kaufmo, which leaves Crybaby and Hoo-Ha together to go handle the Zubul situation.
Do you think...
Do not spoil beach. Do not. Thanks for watching. Also, dude did not call me that. Yeah, I do have it in my title, no spoilers please. My goal is we're going to work our way up to that episode. And then that one I can talk about as like an actual like fresh watch because I've seen the rest. And then we can be like on time for the rest of them and I'll react. Well, maybe not the day of, but whatever day works for me.
Pairing them up together is a good idea?
Of course I do. They're the two most mentally stable and capable characters to be paired together. Come on, lady.
I love this, wait. They literally, it's like they just dragging him. Just drag him around in different bits.
Ladies, let's go.
Yes, very stable character.
My comedy mask is broken again.
He's actually, I think, one of my favorites of the bunch.
Kendall, you startled me.
So, this is where we all live. Or, well, where we all sleep at night. Even though we don't really need to sleep, it's sometimes nice to kind of take a break from everything and have a bit of a routine, you know? I'm sure there will be one for... Oh, look, you already got one.
I still don't understand. About the adventures? Why even go on them at all?
That's
Why
such a good
not try
joke.
to find a way to leave?
Well, we usually do when we first arrive, but after a while you start to
Okay, I don't know if I can really word this well, but that was just like... Okay, look at how there really is such attention to the motions here. Like her whole body moves.
Well, we usually do when we first arrive, but after a
Right,
while you
like
start to
sway and then
realize
sway.
that-
You saw the king-o. I think I know what you were talking about. Hold on, let me go find that. Here it is. So we do have him here. But we did also then see a different one. So there's a bit of mystery here, isn't there? I think quite a few of the doors actually, if we're really
You already
looking.
got one.
Let's see if we can find. I think a few of them have crossed out people on them. Yeah, we can see another one in the back here. So clearly things are not okay. Yeah, we even immediately start to cross out people.
Really need to sleep. It's sometimes nice to kind of take a break from everything and have a bit of a routine, you know? I'm sure there will be one for... Oh, look, you already got one.
I still don't understand. About the adventures?
Yup,
Why even go on them at all? Why
Yep,
not
they
try
be
to find a
dying.
way to leave?
Well, we usually do when we first arrive, but after a while you start to realize that you really can't leave, and constantly chasing an unattainable goal will start driving you a bit crazy. And eventually you get to asking what the point of anything is, and you completely lose sight of who you are and why you're even alive, and when you reach your breaking point, something really terrible can happen.
Yeah, she's okay. Definitely an okay person. Yeah, everyone here definitely not. Yes, there's tons of details. I love, like, there's so many little motions. It's really why I was like, if I decided to do the reaction because I have so much to talk about with that. You know, since I'm also a 3D artist.
But that's not something we need to deal with today. Above anything else, the adventures give us something to do that keeps our minds healthy and stimulated.
Thank goodness this is all a dream, right, Pomni?
Yep. I do really like this little effect they have on the eyes. This is genuinely one of the few things I don't know how they did. Like, I can kind of guess. But it's a little outside of my knowledge. But it's a cool little effect. They've done several times already.
What are we doing?
We're getting one of our friends. Huh. Maybe he's not in his room? I hope he's alright.
Don't worry, Dollface. I've got a key to his room.
Wait, what? Why? You shouldn't have keys to anyone's room.
Nah, I've got keys everywhere, and you've all been fine.
That is what I think it is. I just have no experience with it. An animated texture, yeah. If I did have experience with it, you would know. Because the little vortex on my chest would be moving. If I knew how.
By the way, I may have left something in your room today, so let me know if you find it. You're not afraid of centipedes, are you?
Jax! That's literally my only fear. Why would you do this?
What? It could be a completely unrelated question. You'll never know until it's too late.
By the way, we're actually gonna wait. We're going to back up. And we're going to do all of this in a second. I just want to talk about. Since he's right here on the screen. I do not engage in this circle of the internet, but I am aware. This is the favorite. This is the favorite of all the women. I believe the term is Tumblr sexy man. He does have a very, even though he's so awful to everyone around him, a very likable personality. At least as a character. But also I feel like this exact kind of. This character appearance, I feel like skinny rabbit men I think are oddly popular. That is not the best way of saying that, but I think my general idea is there. Yeah, I've heard it around a couple times. It's just the character all the women are thirsting over. Yes, very smug. Now we can deal with
You'll never know until it's too late.
with this. Another very interesting way they've animated an idea though. Let's get that on the screen for a second. Like you can literally see what they're doing here is practically like polygons bursting out of him. Not even the polygons, like the vertices even. Like the little points that connect everything. To really show how unstable it is. Also, it definitely has too many eyes, but like that just goes without saying for some creepy monster thing.
I've been looking for this. Thanks for keeping an eye on it, Coffee. I'm gonna head out. See ya.
Oh! Kaufmo's been obstructed. That's okay.
What is that?
It might be that terrible thing I was talking about earlier.
I would love if I could better break it down into a simple idea. I'm no teacher, sadly. I guess the best way of saying it is like every model is made up of either squares or triangles. And then that is called a polygon. So, like a 100 polygon object would be either 100 squares or 100 triangles. I've been a 3D artist for maybe 5 or 6 years. No, maybe a little longer than that, but I did take a 2-year break at one point. So actively, it would probably be around 5 or 6 years. At this point I've actually spent most of my time doing it with the whole Vtuber stuff that I have outside of that. It definitely helped with me wanting to make it myself. I don't think I actually would have been able to make my own model. At least not as many as I have. I definitely do not have the 2D skills to do what they do for that. It's a lot. But yeah, so back with this guy if I can get him on the screen again. So every shape is a polygon, every square triangle, and then you use a certain number of those to describe how many. Polys like a low poly is not many. But the important thing is every. How would I describe it? Like every connecting point? Like every corner of a square, right? There's 4 corners, and then all the squares are connected together on those points. I'm not great at describing this kind of stuff. At least not on a live setting. But all those points are called a vertex. Which is smallest building block for a model. So it's like you've got like thousands of those. Yes, a vertex. No, wait, vertice. A vertice. Got my words mixed up. Yeah. Yes. Also, I see you all on the YouTube side. Hello. I'm not great at talking to that chat in real time. But I do see wall. All. Oh my goodness. Yeah, probably the best way for me to tell, and teach anyone what's going on with the 3D stuff would be to pull up the actual program. I'm a lot better with that.
It might be that terrible thing I was talking about earlier when you reach your breaking point? Okay, wait. Maybe there's still time to fix him if we get Kane. Whoa, Cosmo! Listen, I know we didn't always get along, like when you called me out for fake laughing at your
Very
jokes.
freaky
I
effect
swear
they
I
have,
didn't
though.
think they were funny. I was just...
Like every frame, there's just a different little jutting out vertice. Like each of those little corner. He does kind of look like a horse. Oh my gosh, I had never thought about that, but he kind of does. Let's get the full view. Yeah. Yeah, that is very horse-like. I also like all the jutting out points are happening and not a single eyeball moves really. Right? Like you can literally see everything on like that black body. It's all moving and then every eye is basically stationary except when they're moving around. Very freaky effect. It's really interesting. And honestly, I do not know how this thing is rigged. There's either some effect that they're basically able to just apply. Or there's like 1,000 bones that they're individually moving. Like I know why the eyes stay so is that either they're separated from this effect or they just have their own little bone. That's not being animated. Well, technically, it's very likely. I definitely think each eye is modeled individually and then added. That's very common, like if we look that palm here, no, maybe let's go Ragatha since she won't be blurry. Here we are. So. Both of these characters are technically a collection of little models. Even mine's probably set up the same way as these. Right, like each strand of hair was made individually and then basically glued on, and then same for like any kind of ruffle or glove. Right? Like for Pommy, like her shoulders are completely separate little spheres. So it's very much likely that that's what they did.
Like when you called me out for fake laughing at your jokes. I swear I really did think they were funny. I was just...
Definitely, yeah, they definitely have bones on those eyes. You see how they like undulate here? I think that's the right word. Oh, you can even see it. Oh, you can see it right here. You see how there's this degree of separation? It's not actually attached. They are made in the same file. But like different, like building from a block kind of thing. Like I would model the head separately and I would still be in that file, but then I would separately create like the body. And they're like completely separate objects that I glued together using the skeleton. And that's what they do for a lot of stuff like this. Like if there's a physical separation. That's not the right word. But like for Ragatha here. They made the head and then they made the strands of hair, and they even separately have the mouth and the eyes as their own little object. I feel like someday maybe it would be a good idea, like if I could get like a little tutorial thing and I could just pull up the little behind the scenes for this model. There's a lot that goes into it, but I do like that we do see that there's the separation here. I actually had not noticed this when I had been watching this before. I've been told specifically by a few people that they want me to do tutorials. It's never quite realized just how much I have learned. Like sometimes I still quite think of myself as a bit of a nervous sometimes. Another Next is speech, please. A novice. Sometimes it takes a bit for me to realize that maybe I'm not quite there.
I swear I really did think they were funny. I was just having a bit of a bad day!
Okay, I had not really talked about the music up to this point, but I like that. They really time the hits to the music there. That's lovely. Like you can listen and there's like a oh, what is the word? It's at the tip of my tongue. I know this. Starts with like an ass, but it's not a string. Did it just swear? Oh my goodness. It's like a sharp sound. That's the best way I can describe it when I don't remember the word. Like you can hear like this the sting, yes, that might be it. It might be a sting. Sadly, my music knowledge is so rusty. It's been so long. Yeah. And then this horrible thing. We get like 2 seconds of it. Just oh my god. Oh goodness. Just absolutely everything is breaking. But it actually does let me show kind of what I was talking about. Like you can see, the head disappears. Right, like that's a separate thing. And so every little part is its own little separate piece. And they get to play with that a little bit with things pulling and disappearing here. But also it's very disturbing. And we're just going to freeze frame it here because we've got another Twitch mandated ad break coming up. So good time for everyone to stretch their legs and get some water. And we'll be right back. Here we go. Alright, we're back. I hope you all had a good break. Yes, welcome back you all. Oh God, so that's 2 hours. We have made it another 6 minutes. I genuinely thought I would actually complete more than a single episode. I'm suddenly doubting that. So that's gonna be fun. So it turns out, so we may need like 7 streams. For me to even catch up all the way. I genuinely thought it would be 2. I genuinely thought I would spend like 40 minutes. Well, we'll just continue, I guess. No, I cannot do a 24-hour stream. I do not have the ability to stay up that long. Yeah, that would be minimum. No, you can't, you cannot make me. I have already drank tea and the thing is that tea does not keep me awake. That caffeine does not work. I like to prioritize my health and that means getting good nights of sleep. But what I can give you guys is back-to-back streams instead of me disappearing for a week. I have no red balls. Kind of close. I've also never had that. I've never really had any of those high energy drinks. Oh my goodness. You're all debating how to keep me up. You're such bad influences, my goodness. The best I can do. As I can stream every day I'm available. Okay. No sleep is worth this strong. Sleep is for the strong because not sleeping makes you weak. Anyway, let's get back to our little thing here. So I usually start at about 8 p.m. my time. Which does mean we have a bit of a hard limit of like 4 hours. I am thinking about trying some different times, like I could start way on the opposite end. And then given my availability on the day, that could let me stream like 6 hours plus if I really wanted. I'm on East Coast, US. I don't mind giving that away, like that's such a giant chunk of the world. So yeah, this week I might not be trying that kind of crazy time difference, but I'm considering. Life happens and sometimes you have to change up what you're doing. Funny enough is that I used to stream at like an early afternoon time and then assumed that something would happen and then it didn't. So I've been streaming like this for like over a year thinking something would happen, and now that something is happening is putting me on an early afternoon time. Possibly. I actually think that's kind of funny though. Yep.
Thank you. Help me out here.
And back to the horrors.
You don't want to.
Yeah. I would be terrified of this. Also, actually, hold on. Little character moment, I just noticed. And then we can watch that little running thing because that looked lovely. Okay, so right. All right. Right here. About.
Help me out here. I understand. You don't want to.
Notice that real quick. She has to add "oh," but if you don't want to help me out of this terrible situation, you don't have to. I feel like that says quite a bit about her, about Ragavatha here. Like a regular person would not say, "Oh, you don't have to. Oh, you don't have to help me out of this life and death situation." There's small things like that throughout this show that really speak about all these characters. Like that's kind of very telling to how Ragatha is as a person.
I'm sorry!
And now we can explore this lovely little chase sequence. I do like how many silly little run. She did, and then it turned out it wasn't great for her. But yeah, she did help. Look at this silly video game kind of run. It's like different legs go so high up. Also, this to me feels very reminiscent of like some of those old little video games. Like you know how someone would have that sequence where you're chasing, you're being like chased and running towards the camera. Yeah, they do just kind of big rotate. Like, her knees don't even really move all that much. It's very much out of the whole video game. And now it's free.
I don't know what I'm looking at here.
We saw Gloink carry one of Zubal's pieces down there, remember?
Oh, yeah. Thank you for the recap. Boy, we're not very good at this, are we?
Sup, fellas?
Jax! We found the Zubal hole.
Cool.
How is Kaufmo doing? I hope he's not still mad at me.
Here we go. Now we've got a close-up of this one. Now we have a close-up of Gangle. We can look at how she's getting her face animated. So she's a lot simpler than the rest. Like it's basically just like some planes glued on the mask. Flat little pictures. It's still very lovely how it's animated, but it is a lot less complicated than the rest.
Mad at me for not laughing at his jokes.
Oh, he's doing great. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen him this happy before.
Well, it's good to know he hasn't completely lost his mind.
He actually asked me to give you this.
Whoa!
Oh, that's lovely. That's straight out of a cartoon. Oh, I like how you can see. Hold on. Bam, big eye. It's so cartoony. And then he grabs. And we just unfurl the ribbon. In. He does kind of look at the camera quite a few times, yeah. The checks does do that. And then boop. That is, it is just fantastic looking. Delightfully cartoonish.
An insect collection?
I think it's a nest.
Hello? Ragatha? That was your name, right?
Over here.
Oh my goodness. This is like worse than the other one when like first show it being awful. Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. Upside down disappears. This is horrifying. Oh my gosh.
Look, I didn't mean to leave you behind like that. Just look at my hand. I didn't know what to do.
It's okay.
I don't think it's okay. I don't think anything about this is okay. Once again, we're learning a fair bit about who Ragva is here to just be like absolutely suffering. It's okay. Also, apparently Ragged is the one character I cannot say with my Texas speech. Very interesting. I did not expect to be that one. That doesn't work.
What you need to do right now is find Kane. He'll be able to fix me up and take care of.
Oh God. Yeah, it is the most normal name, the most normal sounding one. Oh, look at horrible, look at how horrible this is. Oh God. Hello, my cut. Good to see you here. I hope you're doing well. How did it mess up Mike? How does it do that? That's crazy Texas beats. Yeah, my little floating orb. Very bouncy orb too. Let's see, does it get any worse than that? I did rig this whole model myself, yes. I just finished it. I think it was last month that I started using it. Yeah, here, I can give you the whole little. Oh, there it is. I hope you have a good rest, John. I think this model is my best one. I put a lot of work into it. Oh my goodness. Thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Thank you. I will probably end up going for another hour of talking about this silly little animated cartoon. Yeah, I think at some point I want to do maybe like a community night rain or something. I need to actually play with more people than just myself.
And take care of Kaufmo.
And now we're back on horrors.
Okay, but where can I find him?
I don't even know if I've done a community tonight before. Maybe I did one, but probably like maybe a year ago or something. Then. I've been focusing a lot on just like. Try to make things. Well, I don't know. My first pick would be Elden Ring Night Rain. Since that's what I've been playing. I mean, I do still have all those like party games from the last year with like Lethal Company and Repo. Those are what come to mind, but I would need to figure that out and play on that ahead of time. I've had that worry in the back of my head of like, oh, but what if I don't have enough people around? But honestly, it's something I need to try. The kind of thing that just needs to happen. To kind of gauge how it would go. We'll back up a little bit here because I think we missed some dialogue. That is also true. That's always going to be a big issue for trying to plan stuff. Time zones are so tricky. I do have Among Us. I've played it like twice, but I do have it. That's just the thing of just like we'd have to try stuff.
Okay, but where can I find him?
I don't really know.
Okay.
Diet.
But where?
How did diet come out of what I just said? Text to speech? What? I do play Minecraft. A community server has crossed my mind here and there. But that one would 100% be a bit later. I genuinely do not know. I'm pretty sure I said something about going back and somehow diet came out of that. Very strange.
It's okay. What you need to do right now is find
Here we
me
are,
and
back at the
you'll
beginning.
be able to fix me up and take care of Kaufmo.
Okay, but where can I find him?
I don't really know.
Oh, that's terrible. They're playing Pong with her face and it looks horrible. Yeah, that's Pong. That is such a crazy little thing to do with that. It is like the most horrifying thing I've seen. And it's Pong.
Just look around and call for him, I suppose.
Okay, I'll get him. You just stay right there. Not that you can really move or anything. Just hang in there. I'll be right back. I promise.
Cool. Also, Pommy, I'm sorry your first day here had to be so terrible.
Again, I feel like we learned so much about Ragatha right within these couple minutes. Oh my gosh, did it actually say Ragatha right? All right. Nope. It got it once right. So Digital Circus is about people getting stuck in a literal digital circus game. We're still on the first episode because I've spent 2.5 hours talking about 15 minutes of animation. The main character is this clown girl right here. Yep. But, so Ragatha here. Another very telling thing. So horrible thing has just happened to her and now she's apologizing because the date didn't go well with Tapong Lee. I had no control over that. The day. Yeah, very depressed. More anxious than depressed, at least right now. But like, Ragatha is apologizing for. Things not going well, even though that's not even within her control. Like, we learned quite a bit about how Ragatha is.
Yeah, well, don't worry about it. I'm just gonna go get Kane now. Hello? Kane? We have a bit of an issue here!
Very strange rooms. Like, what is this here for? What is the purpose of this?
What form of non-Gloinkinian mass dares presume presence in the nest of the Gloink Queen?
Oh, is that who you are? You know, you could have asked for my consent before forcing me to see something so completely and utterly disgusting.
How despicable! A rabbitoid that runs its mouth in the...
Let's take a look here real quick. I feel like this is one of the only characters that is actually like. Kind of. Well, no, because it's not really a humanoid phase. They'll look at the way it shakes. Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can't get to it like trying to enunciate something. Here we go. Yeah, like it can't really properly form words. But they have fun, it looks like. Bye. Giving it like some very unique mouth shapes. Thanks for watching.
Non-Gloinkinian mass dares presume presence in the nest of
Speech while you're doing this to me.
Oh, is that who you are? You know, you could have asked for my consent before forcing me to see
Text-to-speech,
something
why?
so completely and utterly disgusting.
How despicable! A rabbitoid that runs its mouth in the presence of my royal figure!
Well, as a royal myself, I would like to kindly ask if... Oh, look, there's Zooble. Hi, Zooble.
Help me, you idiots! Kinda rude, Zooble. Now I don't want to help you.
No, I always lose.
Yes! Gotcha! Oh.
Hey! Kinger, you mother... They'll be fine.
He's very silly. I will save. Save. Why is it not well? Why is it being funky with me now? Goodness me. Anyway. Obviously, we don't really have to answer this question, but I am terrified of the notion. Like, what would have happened to them if this wasn't stopped? Like, that's kind of horrifying to think about.
I'll be fine.
Gotta hide.
Oh yeah. I guess she hadn't really seen herself yet. Yeah. You don't really think about it until it happens.
God, where's Kane?
Door. This is such a jarring change. The just normal office. And of course, it's just endless hall office terribleness.
You foolish assortment of colorful characters! Do you not realize that everything must be Gloinks? I am Gloinks. You will be Gloinks. God will be Gloinks.
This is dumb and weird.
Well, but even yet, you're still watching it.
I'm not here for the adventure or anything. I'm just here to hide from the...
Oh, thank God you're okay. You didn't experience a game show in there, did you?
What are you talking about?
That's a fun little thing. I wonder if anyone in chat knows that reference. Because I know it. I know it. I have watched the stuff by this creator before they made the digital circus. Maybe that would be a fun thing to watch after we've caught up. I feel like I'm slowly creeping into the React channel pitfall. I'll try not to become a React channel though. I'll do my best.
What's happening?
It's just Kaufmo. Don't worry about it.
Kaufmo abstracted?
Nah, he's fine.
You're right! How are we gonna get out of here?
Guys, over there.
Hold on. That fighting looked very silly for a second. Are they really just? They are. It's literally just going up and down every like couple frames. What a silly little thing.
How are we gonna get out of here?
Guys,
Yep.
over there.
Ladies first. No, wait, why would I say that?
Jackson's just so rude.
Wait, Pomni's not even here? Wasn't this whole thing for her?
Be quiet. I can't hear the escalator.
This is terrible. Yup, all fake, endless office. All you get is endless office. And then I believe this is just assumed to be. Thank you. How they got in, like this is the computer. I mean, you can see this is very clearly like a sort of VR headset right here. So obviously this is our culprit. And void. Everything about this is like the most awful little experience ever.
Oh, Bubble, you always know how to make me say this exact sentence. Gasp! An alert on my Wacky Watch at this hour? Oh no!
I love how he's animated. So good. Literally nothing else moves. That's fantastic. Just these silly little eyes.
Venturing out into the void, they'll get totally spoiled.
And he's not even trying to like lip sync at that point too. Wrong direction. Okay, so he just, yep. Just poof.
There you go! Now what the heck happened around here? Oh yeah, my doing.
Kane! Kaufmo went through a sort of kaufmosis and abstracted!
Kaufmo abstracted? Why didn't anybody tell me?
Literally, she's so done with him already. Which, to be fair, this is a terrible joke to be making for the people here. Also, I feel like we only see him use the tongue like twice this episode. Also, this is a crazy wind-up for this motion. Like lean back into big crouch and then just full up. Just a little flop. It's kind of not really natural. Like it kind of looks like from here, like if you just took here and then the final one. Like that would have worked.
Tell me.
But there's just like that weird little crouch. It kinda works though. Ah, yes. Just everything in here is just like there's so much just underlying horror. Like, ah yes, people are gone. They do this thing. And then they just get sent into this hole. This just awful nothingness.
Man, I can't believe
Terrible.
Cosmo just gave up like.
I think this is teen rated if I had to guess. There's at least suggested swearing. And they definitely make some more adult joy-like jokes, I think. Not like the usual you would see, but like, it's definitely not for kids. But I think if they gave it an actual rating, my guess would be teen.
Like that. I mean, no offense, Kinger, but I always thought you would be next.
Thank you.
Guess it just goes to show you can't rely on Kinger for anything.
I am in so much pain!
I do have to apologize.
Just a terrible
for
experience.
lying about the exit.
Wait, no, I love that. Hold on, we have another great. Look at him say do.
I do have to.
He's very snappy here, actually. Way snappier than he is in some of the other points.
I do have to apologize for lying about the exit. I knew how much all of you have been wanting there to be one, but, you know, I was having so much trouble figuring out what to put on the other side and ended up never quite finishing it. And you know how I never like letting people see.
Little suspicious looking there with his little side eye.
Quite finishing it. And you know how I never like letting people see my unfinished work, especially if it leads you out into the void. Anyway, looks like you defeated.
She is so traumatized. Which, to be fair, I think anyone would be traumatized after going through that. That was just horrible.
Anyway, looks like you defeated the Gloit Queen, so I
My
guess
goodness.
the race is over. Your reward is a delicious digital feast cooked by our head bubble chef.
Made with all the love I'm legally allowed to give.
You know, I am pretty hungry.
You didn't even do anything.
So what? I can still be hungry.
Well, not really, because we don't need to eat, drink, or sleep in this digital world. So the digital food here only gives off the virtual sensation of eating.
That is like gloss over that. But that's like horrible. Like, cannot eat, cannot sleep. What was the third
We
one?
don't need to eat, drink, or sleep in this
Yeah, drink. Like. You just. No, you just remove various, like, what is the word for that? Like they're just stripped of various senses. I mean, I guess they can taste, so they have those. But there's no rest. There's no such thing as rest.
digital world. So
That's the big one.
Here only gives off the virtual sensation of eating without any of the nutritional benefits.
Sheesh, lay off it. Since when are you an expert on the digital world?
Expert on the what?
Genuinely, like of course you're gonna be terrible after that. You just have to sit there and deal with it. Like we kind of need sleep so that our brain has an opportunity to reset? And then we have this. This wonderful expression. Oh yeah, you've heard it in a bunch of places. I mean, I feel like this song has gotten all over the place since this came out. Do they actually say that they can sleep? I thought it was that they just cannot sleep. Maybe they can't. I don't really know. Where they can. I guess maybe they are allowed to rest. That would be terrible. That would be the worst if you cannot rest at all. Here they are again. Yep. Stuck in that computer. You know what? That is what they said. They did say that it is a break. Okay. So they probably can get at least some kind of rest. Hopefully anything better than just laying down and having to just sit like lay there with your thoughts for hours on end. Yeah, I'm gonna hope that it's not that terrible situation. But with that, we have made it. It only took 3 hours. Three hours for this 25-minute episode. Oh my goodness. So obviously, I'm probably not gonna do another episode today. Nope. Yep, apparently I had 3, well, a little under 3 because I've talked a little bit before we started. But a little under 3 hours of me just deep diving into the animation of this show. And a bit more. So I guess it's gonna be a good 6 more streams before I actually catch up. So that's probably not happening. For a little bit. So I'll just have to keep doing my best. Oh no, the ads. Ah, the Twitch ads caught me off guard. I meant to dismiss them again. Dang it. Well, we've got a whole 3 minutes where Twitch chat will not be seeing anything. That's a shame. I do know, tomorrow we'll get to at least the episode 2. I did plan 2 days. I did plan for that, though I was expecting to do 7 episodes in 2 days. That's fine. That just means I have to stream more. Oh well. Oh boo-hoo, I have to stream even more. Whatever will I do? Yep, I'm planning to stream at least these next 4 days. Then I'm probably gone through the weekend, and then of course I won't be streaming like around Christmas. Oh, that's the wrong button. At least I won't be. Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. Then I'll be back on lots of streaming. And then I can't do like every day of the week, I think. Once we get to the new year, but what? Every day that I can, I probably will be streaming. That is going to be my plan going forward for a little while. And if any of you wanted to see my thoughts on the earlier sections of the episodes, that is why I streamed on YouTube, because that's gonna be there forever. That's like my favorite part of the dual strafing thing. Streaming. That video, that VOD will always be there. Yep, I try to multi-stream whenever I can. I'm very inconsistent on both ends. But I try. Yeah, that is true. Everyone that chatted kind of gets immortalized into the VOD. I actually do. I do a pretty simple little thing. Yes, I can see both. I'm bad at keeping up with both. This has actually been really good for me. I've been doing a lot better than I usually have. But you'll probably, if I ever have chat on the screen, it's only going to be Twitch. Because Twitch has a rule where you can't put both of them together. I think technically I'm allowed to have both on the screen. I'd have to label them or something. I don't 100% get it and I just try to play it safe. But it does work. I like it. If you are planning to do it, just keep in mind that I think it does require more internet sources. See, if it was that simple, I would put them together. I would have both of the chats, but it is literally a Twitch rule. And I could get them for it. I could get banned. And so that's why I play it safe. They're very touchy about it. Yes, that is the other thing, Twitch deleting your bots is so annoying. VODs. Because it's I don't want to have to set up an entire YouTube channel just to save streams. I could just stream it as well. Also, I like making the thumbnails. I like the excuse to make something silly. But it's getting really late, so I think I am going to be wrapping it up here. I hope you all enjoyed this. Was a very different thing for me, but it seemed to go very well. We'll definitely be doing more of it. For you all over on Twitch, I'll find us a little streamer to raid. And then we'll wrap up everywhere. I keep thinking like I think YouTube also can have the raid thing. I just have no idea how it works. And I don't know anyone over on YouTube, so I just don't even want to look at it yet. Let's see. I'm very open to suggestions. But if I don't see anyone, we'll probably just end it. I need to meet a few people because I don't know about anyone. That's okay, we'll just wrap up. Goodbye, you all. I'll see you all tomorrow. Bye-bye. Good time zones.